a gifted young Army paratrooper, a White House security detail bodyguard, a Special Tactics Washington, D.C. police officer, a bodyguard to princes and rock stars, and finally, a professional wrestler. You may think that we're talking about several different people, but we're only talking about one man. One man that when his back was broken in the line of duty, refused to stay down. He went to school pursuing a degree in nursing. Then, just as he was beginning his new career, his world was turned upside down again. In a nursing home in the Midwest, his beloved grandmother had been abused and beaten. It was something that she would never completely recover from, and it was something that he would never forget. This one terrible event would change the direction of his life forever. Launching one of the fastest growing home healthcare companies in the nation, he dedicated his life to protecting the helpless. He has come to be known as the Senior Bodyguard. And finally, criminals who prey on our beloved senior population have a formidable adversary. Jeff Scott, the Senior Bodyguard. And now, whether you're a senior or not, enjoy a senior moment with your host, Jeff Scott, from Friends of the Family.
Ba ba ba, boom boom boom, bang bang bang, beep beep beep. Here comes the good part. You ready?
Yep.
Bow 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 bow, ba 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 bow. Ba ba da 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 ba bow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, Jeff Scott, the Senior Bodyguard, the protector, the watchdog of everything seniors. I love my seniors. Don't you mess with my seniors or you're going to have me, the Senior Bodyguard. It's very tough to live with another person who we love. And no matter how much we love them, it is very challenging sometimes. Our guest is a national renowned public speaker and author. And I'll tell you what, he has made a whole lot of sense out of this relationship thing. Dr. Emerson Egerich, he's an internationally known public speaker on the topic of, get ready for this, ladies and gentlemen, male-female relationships. I have a huge respect for Dr. Emerson Egerich. Thank you so much, Doc, for being on the Senior Moments radio show.
Well, thank you. That was a warm welcome, and I am excited to talk with you today. Thank you.
Well, we need you. You know, on the Senior Moments radio show, I bring an expert on every week. This is one of those topics where it's really hard to live with a person from the opposite sex and get along every day and make a marriage work.
Well, research has pointed out something absolutely phenomenal, that they have done research on couples that would describe themselves as extremely unhappy.
This week, I'm going to skip my Senior Bodyguard weekly recap, and at the end of the interview, I will talk about the senior scam of the week, because she's more important. What I've got to tell you is grief counseling aims to help people cope with grief and mourning following the death of loved ones, or with major life challenges that trigger feelings of grief. Grief counselors feel that everyone experiences and expresses grief in their own way, often shaped by culture. Aurora Winter has reached over 1 million people with her message of hope, healing, and happiness. So welcome, national hero, to the Senior Moments radio show.
It's great to be on the show with you, Jeff, and nice to be a contribution to your community.
Well, listen, I'm so happy. It's because of this heartbreak for happiness. It's because you're going and you're trying to do the right things, and you're trying to have people be positive and happy. And that's really, when we're talking about seniors, that's what it's about.
Well, thank you for painting that picture. I mean, that's so compelling what you just shared there, Jeff. And, my parents are in their 80s. My mom is having her 80th birthday this summer, actually. And don't tell her, but I'm writing a little booklet to honor her life.
Many people are going to be interested about our guest today, because this is the only guest that could make me sleep on the couch if and when I say the wrong things on
Which
this
is often.
radio show.
Which is often.
And you always yell at me for talking about things I shouldn't.
I do.
Which I won't even mention. I've said
know.
things about her bladder being leaky and all that kind of stuff.
And what did I tell you? Don't talk about that on the radio.
Well, I'm a nurse, so I have to talk about medical conditions.
Yeah, but that is not wise.
To talk about your wife on the radio
Like that, yes.
Yeah, we sometimes when we pre-record the show and she's listening to the show, we'll be driving down the road, she starts yelling at me. You make me sound so bad on the radio. And anyway, she's sitting right next to you today. So without further ado, I would love to introduce the skincare expert of the United States of America.
There we go.
And my lovely, talented, very knowledgeable wife, Miss Angie Scott. Oh, listen to the studio audience. Listen to the studio audience.
Thanks for having me.
I mean, this is crazy. Are you glad that you're here to educate the seniors or defend yourself against
Well, probably
me?
a little bit of both.
She's like, do you think I want to not keep my head down?
Right.
Yeah.
You think I'm happy about it?
It takes a lot of focus.
It really does.
And that is the other reason that golf is such a great game, is because you have to be totally focused on the game.
Yeah.
You can't think about your business. You can't think about your family. You can't think about 101 other things that you've got going. You have to focus on what you are doing at that moment, which men are much better at than women. Because women by nature are multitaskers. So there we are. That's our.
Did you see my new business card over there, by the way?
I did. I like it.
Do you see that my face is on that business card? My little chin goatee and my spiky hair.
Yeah.
It's all on the business card now.
I like it.
Genius, isn't it?
It's genius.
I wish I could take credit for it. But I think it's funny because it's kind of a caricature of me.
Sure.
Not as cute as me.
He looks a little older.
Yeah. I don't like you right now. Okay, what is the proper documentation for replacing a Social Security card for an adult? No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you look at me like, what kind of question is that?
Well, no, because
people lose their cards all the time.
Okay.
If you are driving down the road, slow down, put your seatbelt on, or pull over. If you're at home standing, you may want to sit, as you could laugh so hard at this joke you could fall and break your hip. And the senior bodyguard does not want you to do that. Stressing the importance of a good vocabulary, the teacher told her young charges, use a word 10 times, and it shall be yours for life. From somewhere in the back of the room came a small male voice chanting, Amanda, 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 ba-dum-boom. Here is the senior bodyguard scam alert of the week. We all know what phishing is. Phishing, maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's fraudulent emails where they redirect recipients to websites and which they are asked to provide their personal financial information on the computer. You don't want to do that. Well, smishing, a new word for me, involves sending cell phone text messages to deliver false alerts to get customers to divulge personal information. Do not give anyone personal information over text messaging, even if they say, now I talked last week about banks and people asking you for information over your phone, that it would never happen, so don't fall for it. You wouldn't give anyone your credit card number or personal information if they walked up to you on the street. So don't fall for it out here. Remember, smishing. That's the senior bodyguard scam alert of the week. Listen, Friends of the Family Home Healthcare has the best employees, but we need more. So if you can help us with home health aides, honest, great, trusting souls, that's what we need. So please help us out. And as always, we love you. We're looking out for you, America. Senior Bodyguard wants you to follow him on Twitter. So look me up, @Senior Bodyguard. And don't forget, you can go on Facebook and be friends with me. It's under Jeff Scott. It's not under Senior Bodyguard yet. It's under GEOFFSCOTT. Friend me, and I will accept your friend request, but I'm going to be making a Senior Bodyguard Facebook page. I'm just not real great at doing those things. If you know someone who can help me, then call me, 1-800-276-2796, 1-800-276-2796. Let's also talk about the Senior Bodyguard public speaking. I am going to Las Vegas next week, and I am going to a speaking conference where I will be one of the guest speakers. I'm doing a speech for the Blind Association of America in November. So I want to come to you. I want to do a guest appearance, and I want to speak for your group. Would you call me and let me speak for your group? I love doing it. It's a way that I can give back to society. And boy, I love talking in front of big groups, making them laugh and entertaining them. So don't forget about me when it comes to speaking events. I speak on senior scams, senior rights, aging in place, etc. If you want to name the speech, then you can name the speech, but have the Senior Bodyguard out and speak in front of your group. I will not disappoint, and it's something I love to do. Remember, there's a senior, and they're lonely out there. Visit them. Until next week, same place, same time. Love a senior this week. Senior Bodyguard!